This is the Callahan Death Machine, the Draw, Impact Wrestlers, Wrestler of the Year, Moment of the Year, Match of the Year, and you are listening to the Wrestling Epicenter. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
You're listening to Interactive Wrestling Radio, featuring the interactive interview, courtesy of WrestlingEpicenter.com.
You're listening to Interactive Wrestling Radio, and I am Jake Christ from Ohio versus Everything.
Welcome back to Interactive Wrestling Radio. I've been working on it since our last interview, by the way. And he is on the line with us right now, Mr. Sami Callihan. Are you there, sir?
I am here, but that's not a good enough introduction. You got to do it again. You got to add future Impact World Champion as well as the Draw Sami Callihan. So let me give you another shot at this.
All right, let's give it a try. You're the first guy who's ever criticized me, so it's a new experience for me.
I'm trying to make you better. You can thank me later.
I'm going to do my best. Let's give it a try. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome back to Interactive Wrestling Radio. On the Newsmaker line with us right now is the future Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. He is Sami Callihan. Are you with me, sir?
There you go. You nailed it. You forgot the draw, but I'm going to give you a pass on this one.
All right.
I'm going to give you a pass on this one.
All right. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. Always a pleasure to have you on. So you told me in my last interview with you that we should not sleep on Impact Wrestling. And here we are going into a huge new era for Impact Wrestling as you guys transition over to AXS TV. How huge is this for the company?
It's huge. Impact Wrestling's hard to kill. They have T-shirts with that motto on it now, and I think they've proven just that. Impact Wrestling was a company that pretty much was about to go out of business. No one believed in it anymore. In the last year and a half, 2 years under this new regime, their new roster, and people like myself, this company is being talked about again and is at one of the forefronts in professional wrestling.
Absolutely, and we'll get to those changes in wrestling in just a few moments, but I wanted to talk to you about the match we were talking about last go-around, which was your match with Tessa Blanchard at Slammiversary. I got to be honest with you, and I apologize to you as well. I had no idea that you guys were going to main event, that you guys were going to be the guys ending the show. And you said it would change wrestling, and it was an amazing match. First things first, how did you enjoy the main event spot with Tessa at Slammiversary?
It's where I belonged this entire past 2 years of me being with Impact Wrestling. It didn't matter if I was in the main event. Any match or any storyline or any feud that I've been put in is the match and the storyline and the feud that everyone talks about after the pay-per-views. And it was about time that we got put in that top spot. And like I said, we will change professional wrestling. And that's exactly what me and Tessa Blanchard did. We changed professional wrestling forever on that night at Slammiversary.
I think you did. It was an incredible match, and I really loved it. And kudos to you guys. That was really something special.
Thank you. There you go. You get a thank you from me.
Yeah.
You only get one.
All right.
You only get one.
I'll take what I can get. All right, so at Bound for Glory, speaking of big pay-per-view matches, I imagine you'll be main eventing again, because this time you're going to be challenging for the World Heavyweight Championship, as we alluded to earlier, against Brian Cage. Thoughts heading into the big Bound for Glory event 10 days from now?
It's about time that I'm getting a World Heavyweight Championship match. See, professional wrestling business, they don't want a guy like me be in the face of their company. It didn't matter if it was NXT, Lucha Underground, Impact Wrestling, but now between all my hard work and all my dedication and me making people listen and me making people watch, the numbers don't lie. The draw equals numbers. And now I'm going to be the face of this company, and they're going to have to listen that much more because anything that Sami Callihan touches turns to gold.
Very good. Very good. Has there ever been a wrestling reception that actually went well on television?
I don't think so. I tried to get a Cobra. I'm not going to lie. I really wanted a Cobra for the wedding.
That would have been awesome. But we did get the glass over the head of Melissa Santos. I guess, what is your thoughts on cracking her over the head with that? And was it true?
That was Brian Cage's fault. Like, he put his wife in harm's way. Instead of being a man and just letting bygones be bygones and letting sticks and stones not break his bones, he got a little offended and wanted to put his hands on me. Then he ducked out of the way. Watch the footage. It's his fault that Melissa got hit with that bottle. That bottle was meant for Brian, not her.
Very good. Now, Brian Cage has been battling his own physical issues. It's well documented. In fact, we just talked to him a few minutes ago, and he mentioned them himself. Do you think you'd be a more befitting world champion for Impact Wrestling?
100%. Brian Cage hasn't defended the championship, 2 times since he's been champion since March? I don't care if I'm hurt, injured, if I'm half dead. I will defend that championship every night of the week if I have to, and I'll always be the person that this company can rely on and put the company and the championship on their back to lead this company to bigger and better things.
All right, and you're one of the trendsetters in wrestling. We've already kind of mentioned it, but I'm going to go back to it. The big changes in wrestling. You're one of the first guys that had the courage to step away from the Fed, and pave your own path. And
I created my own future. I have that tattooed on my body for a reason.
Absolutely. And it seems like the whole wrestling industry saw this and followed suit. Do you feel that you have really been one of the major changing forces to what we see now with wrestling in this new era that's facing the entire industry, not just Impact, as we head into 2020?
100%. And people may not want to give me the credit that I deserve, but my blueprint, my fingerprints has been on a lot of things in wrestling that has turned to gold and helped change this business for the better. And now it's time for me to do that with Impact Wrestling and bring Impact Wrestling, like I said, to the promised land. Like it or not, you can hate me, you can despise me, but Sami Callihan knows professional wrestling.
I agree. And what do you think of where we are in wrestling right now, with literally wrestling every night of the week, if you think about it, on television?
People may say wrestling's down. They're not pulling the numbers they did in the 90s. No, they're pulling more numbers than they did in the 90s because people watch their content differently. Now with wrestling being on pretty much every day of the week in some aspect, people don't watch just television anymore. People watch streaming services. People watch YouTube. There's a reason that on social media every week that professional wrestling is one of the top trending things in the entire world.
I agree. All right. Any other challengers in Impact Wrestling that you have yet to work with that you'd like to work with going forward?
I'll work with the entire roster, and I'll give them the match of their life because I'm a versatile professional wrestler. It doesn't matter if it's hardcore, strong style, lucha libre, technical wrestling. I can do it all, and I can bring the best out of every single person on this roster, and not just the roster, any company around the world.
All right. Final question for you, then we'll let you get on to the next one. It's been a busy day live in L.A. for you there. Doing a lot of
I've been sitting here at LA Live, looking out this window at the Staples Center, looking at the Xbox Center, and I'm feeling like a star because I am one.
Awesome. Kind of a final thoughts heading into next Sunday night's big event with Brian Cage at Bound for Glory.
Once again, Impact Wrestling is going to put the wrestling world on notice. People want to sleep on Impact Wrestling and say, oh, this show's so good, or this other company's so good. But like it or not, every single pay-per-view Impact's put out over the last 2 years is one of the best pay-per-views of the year. Slammiversary, both years. One of the best rated pay-per-views of the year. Now, Bound for Glory this year with some of the matches, you got an X Division ladder match. People's going to kill it and get crazy. You got Michael Elgin versus Morifuji, a true dream match that only Impact Wrestling can bring to you. And you got me and Brian Cage in the main event in Chicago, one of the cities that I helped make and bring back up to the golden era of professional wrestling. I'm going to walk out the Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion because it's about time that a company put their stamp of approval on me and put me in top and made me the face of their company.
I got to be honest, I'm not sure there's a better person to be world champion than you right now. You have definitely given Impact a lot of wind under their sails, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm the man. There's a reason that people call me the Draw.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you get on to the next one of these, but I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to do this with me again.
I'm not going to say you're welcome because you only get one.
See?
Hey, it's Tony Schiavone, and you're listening to the Wrestling Epicenter. And I would stick around, but I'm desperately out of time.